Well, you know, I like to make it spicy. I like to make it real hot. I can still make it cool, you know. I ain't no fool. I'm going down. I'm going down to my kitchen. Well, that's where I got all the fixings.
Howdy folks, welcome to Lefty's Kitchen. Today we got a nice surprise for you inside. My dad's in there starting up to make some phyllo dough that was passed through the Hungarian side of our family, and which later we're going to be making some yummy cabbage strudels. So come on in, we'll show you how the phyllo dough is made here. Hi Dad.
Hey Sam.
I'd like to meet my father David, who's been baking for several years, my whole life and many more years. And here we are inside this bakery, Golden Leaf Bakery.
Strudel dough is simply water, oil, 1 egg, a little salt goes into this batch. This involves a very active and vigorous kneading process. What I'm doing is I'm turning the dough a quarter turn, folding it in half, and pushing it with my hand. You can see that a rhythm forms. As I keep adding flour to get to the point where the dough is not sticking to my hands. We knead it vigorously like this in order to help bring out the gluten. The gluten is that stretchy stuff in the grain, because this dough is going to be a very stretchy dough. And one of the tricks I've learned is to lift the dough and slam it, and that actually helps to bring out the gluten.
So this one little piece of dough ball will be bigger than the whole table, stretched out, paper thin.
So you can see we have a nice soft dough that's not too wet, and we're just gonna put a bowl over it and let it sit there for about an hour until we're ready to make our strudel.
As you can see and feel, here at Lefty's Kitchen is always hot. The oven's nice and hot, we're getting the ham in the oven. It's nice and warm in here. The dough's got plenty of time to rise. So we got the sauna fired up outside. We're gonna go take ourselves a sauna and then come back out and stretch the phyllo to make our strudel. You know, at lunch with Lefty, we always like it hot. So to build up an appetite, we like to take ourselves into the heat room, which we call a sauna. And we get it piping hot so we can sweat out all those toxins. Woo! As you can see, it can get real hot here in Lefty's Kitchen. Well over 200 degrees. We're at oven-like temperatures inside. Woo! But when we need to cool down and get a little bit of our blood flowing, we like to do the bottomless snow angels. And I'll show you how it's done. Woo! First you gotta get bottomless. Woo! 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 Ah! Ah! Woo! Woo! Ah! Woo! We're back to make some more of that phyllo dough we've been talking about. And now we got the doughs all rise. It's been resting for about an hour and a half. And now it's the hard part. We're gonna stretch it back out.
Okay, so we've got the dough that's been resting. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna roll the dough out and get a start on the stretching. So you can see it rolls nicely, it rolls easily.
So Betty bought some butter, and she said the butter's bitter. She put it in her batter, make her batter bitter. So she bought her better butter than her bitter butter. She put it in her batter. Her batter's not bitter, so it was better. Betty bought a better butter.
Now the reason I'm buttering this now is because in case the dough accidentally folds on itself, it won't stick. So by using the back of the hand, you see how you can stretch the dough. This filling is a combination of cabbage, carrots that's been sauteed, and it's seasoned with salt and pepper and with sugar and caraway seeds. So it has a sweet and sour flavor. We're going to spread this filling out over half of the dough. We're going to cut off the thick edges of dough. We're going to fold in the edges. This is where the cloth comes in handy. So you take the cloth, and holding the cloth, you flip the strudel. Then we're going to put another thin layer of butter. Flip it again.
Alright. Butter always makes it better.
And then it's ready to be baked in the oven. And let it do its thing. Okay, we're ready to take the strudel out of the oven now. So it's nicely browned, and then see how nicely it puffs up? Now we're ready to eat it.
Don't tell anybody, nobody's gonna knock it out. Don't tell anybody, but I can wait to taste it. I love it. Yeah! Hope you guys had as much fun as I did down at my dad's bakery. I'd like to thank him for having us in the Golden Leaf Bakery and watching this phyllo dough making today. It was fun. I hope you all try it at home, and remember, it's always hot here at Lefty's Kitchen. Woo!